All right, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone for teaching me the truth 100% securely. I'd like to give a salutation to the Akim and Aqua who are listening and studying to show thyself approved. This is Brother Bayan from the Tulsa, Oklahoma, Hebrew Israelite camp, coming back to you with another quick lesson. And it's just pretty much a quick lesson just to further prove that vocab alone is pretty much a damn serpent. All right. So I think I'm gonna title this lesson is what is the title? Call me a Hebrew Israelite without telling me I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Something along that line. Because this devil basically just did the math on how we are the true biblical people of the Bible. Okay, how we are the true people and the curses fall upon us, and it further proves that we are under the curses. All right, now this devil pretty much just broke down, basically broke down, did the math, put two and two together, but still fixed his mouth to say that have nothing to do with the Hebrew Israelite, the biblical Hebrew Israelites. Okay, saying, yeah, man, this devil right here, man, this is the perfect example. Revelation 12 and 12. Okay. And if any Hebrew Israelite still following this devil, okay, then that's the fast track to your ditch. That's the fast track to your grave. Okay, because matter of fact, when you read Matthew 15 and 14, we're gonna go ahead and start out with that scripture right there. And this is the words of Yahweh Shah. Okay, this is the words of Yahweh Shah. All right, red letter. Matthew 15 and 14, it says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Okay. Now, vocab Malone is not a Hebrew Israelite. All right. So he's one of those he's Esau Edom who basically love, who's miserable and misery love company. Okay. And he's also in that mindset is since I can't get the blessing, nobody will. All right. And that's exactly what he's doing right here. Okay. He knows that we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelite, but he still wants to deny it. Okay. Because, he he got that perpetual hatred. Okay. When you read Ezekiel chapter 35, just basically the whole chapter, but Ezekiel chapter 35, when it talked about Son of Man, set thy face against Mount Seir, okay, and prophesies against him. This is that perfect example right here. We're prophesying against the devil, and he still steady lying, all right, and of course the 2/3 are gonna follow the damn devil into that grave. Okay, Matthew 15 and 14 again. Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Okay, so we know that Esau Edom position in this whole society, we know that they supposed to be serving us, but here it is, we got our own people that still gonna follow that man all the way into that ditch. Okay, and so it's like a marriage with them. It's like they stuck together until death do them apart, and they surely gonna get that. Okay, so before I play this, matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip, and then I'm gonna get a few more scriptures and close this out. But this damn devil right here, man. I did a lesson on this dude a little while ago, what I call it Isaiah 8 and 20. Matter of fact, let's get that. Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20. Okay, and they read, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Okay. All right, and that's exactly what vocab does every time he started open up his platform. Okay, even when he's admitting it, he's still not speaking according to this word, because he, like I said in this little small clip, he put two and two together, and then he still haven't said, and then he still had the nerve to fix his mouth to say that it have nothing to do with the Hebrew Israelite. But of course, in the video, he said Hebrew Israelism, making up his own terminology and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and play this clip.
And it is true what he says in another part here. Abortion decimates black and brown communities at a more aggressive rate than it does other communities when we're talking about the United States. That's true, and that's awful. Yeah, saying you're pro-black and pro-choice, I don't think those two things go together straight up. So he has some good points here, doesn't he? But he ties it into Israelism. This is kind of the idea that, hey, we're in captivity, guys. And just like Pharaoh, the Pharaoh who arose who knew not Joseph, did in Exodus. Remember what he wanted to do? Get rid of the Hebrew boys. Moses was able to escape, right, with the help of Miriam and his mother and the daughter of the Pharaoh. Just like that, Satan's trying to get us again. Or if you remember when Herod went through and slaughtered the children under 2 years old. Now, I will say Satan does hate children, and he does hate Jewish children. Satan does. That's true. That's true. He loves abortion. Satan does. Yeah. Kanye's not wrong about that. He is wrong about tying it in with Hebrew Israelism, though.
So vocab. So you want me to tell me that Planned Parenthood that's deliberately placed in the middle, in the heart of the urban community, which is the black and brown community. You mean to tell me that, what's that little chick name? I don't even know her damn name, that makes a rap video and say that she got murder on her mind. She about to go to Planned Parenthood and get rid of this baby. You mean to tell me that have nothing to do with the Hebrew Israelites? You mean to tell me that don't fall under the curses? Okay? Matter of fact, let's get that. All right? Which is starting. I'm gonna go ahead and just read Deuteronomy chapter 28, starting verse 15. Okay, because we fall under that curse, right? Because how about Yahushua said it. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 15. He said, "But it shall come to pass, if thou would not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power." Okay, the Lord Yahweh thy power to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in thy city, cursed shall thou be in thy field. Cursed shall thou be in thy basket and in thy storehouse. Cursed shall thou be the fruit of thy body, okay, which is going into that to the abortion, the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, and in the increase of thy kin, and the flock of thy sheep. Cursed shall thou be when thou comest in, cursed shall thou be when thou goest out. Okay? Now right here, when he said, cursed shall thou be thy basket and thy storehouse, when you look at it, when you go into the the commentary of it, we go into the cursed shall thou be, because it's basically talking about cursed shall thou be in thy storehouse and thy basket, and it says in the original sense of swelling, knitting through a bowl. It said, which is the dough rises, okay, which is talking about bread. Okay, now you look at bread, it's two folds right here. Basically, it says, cursed shall I be in our basket, and cursed shall I be in our store. So ultimately, the Hebrew Israelites is going to be poor. Okay, they're going to be in a lower state, to the point where they're not only going to have food, they're not going to have the food that they need to survive, but they also are, they're not going to have the money, which is ultimately twofold. Like I said, bread, which is the food, and the money. Okay, let's go make this bread. That's what we always say as a slang. Okay, to be able to afford the lifestyle that we need to to survive in this wicked ass world, okay? America, aka Babylon the Great. Okay, so now, and then it even got precept when you read the commentary in the blue letter Bible, okay, which it goes to the blessing, right? So this is Exodus chapter 8 and 3, and it says, the river shall bring forth frogs abundantly, which shall go up and come into thine house, and into thy bedchamber, and upon thy bed, and into the house of thy servant, and upon thy people, into thy oven, and into thy knitting throws. Okay? Exodus 12 and 34. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their knitting throw, being bound up in their cloths upon their shoulders. Okay? Now, Deuteronomy 28 and 5, it says, blessed shall thou be thy basket in thy storehouse. All right? Deuteronomy 28 and 17, cursed shall thou be in thy basket in thy storehouse. So we pretty much represent the people that's not going to be able to afford those things compared to when we did follow the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We was able to be blessed in our storehouse. We was able to have the food and the monetary gain to get all of the things that we need to sustain our community. Okay, now this is proof that we are under the curses, because when our women go and get that abortion, one of the main reasons is because, okay, of course they hate the men, all right, because you go into the curses where it says the woman shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and towards the children of her feet. Okay, that's also in the curses. Okay, so meaning that she's gonna abort that baby. Okay, and another reason why they pretty much abort the baby is because they again, they can't afford it. Okay, so they would rather say, hey, I can take care of me, but I can't take care of me in this baby. They say stuff like that just to abort their baby. Okay, all right. So, and another scripture that come to mind, which is hold on, let me go back. Okay, let's read Deuteronomy 28 and 18. Okay, it said, cursed shall I be the fruit of thy body. All right. And it said, the fruit of thy body. It said, of thy body. All right.
Strong's H990. Beten.
And it said, beten. It said, belly, womb, body. Okay. Abdomen, belly, abdomen. As the seat of hunger, as the seat of mental faculty, a depth of Sheol, womb. Okay. All right, so that also proved that right here, because it says right here, it said the seat of hunger, meaning that they not only are your tummy, because you got women that are pregnant and they can't even feed themselves and their pregnant baby. Okay, now strong definition from unused root, probably meaning to be hollow, the belly, especially the womb, also the bosom of a body of anything, belly, body, as they be born within womb. Cursed shall I be when I cometh in, cursed shall I be when I goeth out. Okay? So when they cometh in, they're cursed inside the woman's belly, and then they're cursed when they go out, and when the woman getting that abortion. Okay? Yeah, so that's pretty much the point right there. And then another point where it says, cursed shall I be in thy kin. It says, of thy kin.
Strong's H504. Elef.
Okay, it says Elef. It says cattle, oxen, and farming as a possession. Okay, so meaning that we're not only that we're gonna, again, they're going back into starvation. All right, but the strong definition is a family. All right, so from the sense of yoking or tamming an ox or a cow, family, kin, oxen. Okay, so not only that we're not going to have the the cattle, okay, and even when we try to raise cattle, they're going to be cursed, okay. But this is going into the kin, all right, the family line, okay. The family line is going to be cursed and scattered, all right. And even got precepts on that, Deuteronomy 7:7 and 13. And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb. Okay, all right, meaning that the women ain't gonna have no mindset. But this is when the Hebrew Israelite, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are following the laws and statute commandment of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so this is the blessing that we will receive. All right, Deuteronomy 7:13 from the top. And he will love thee and bless thee and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb and the fruit of thy land, thy corn and thy wine and thy oil, the increase of thy kin. Okay, so not only are he going to bless the women for having our babies, but he's also going to provide a way for us to take care of those babies. Okay, and in the flock of thy sheep and in the land which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. All right, Deuteronomy 28:4. Blessed shall thou be the fruit of thy body, the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep. Deuteronomy 28:18. Cursed shall thou be the fruit of thy body. We're going into those abortion again. And the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and the flock of thy sheep. Deuteronomy 28:51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed. Okay, and who is that he is he talking about? None other than Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the devil, who this devil right here on the screen, Vocab Malone, is working for. Okay, he's an agent. All right, he's also admitted on YouTube, which, I was actually trying to look for that video before I did this lesson, but I couldn't find it. All right, but he actually openly admit that some agent came and knocked on his door and they asked to work for him. Okay, just to make a long story short, they asked Vocab for him to work for him. He said, yeah. Okay, and he said these some agents that came from the Vatican. All right, so Deuteronomy 28:51, he said, he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kin, or the flock of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. Okay, which goes back to the Planned Parenthood that's always somewhere around, where Jake Yasserala is going to be at. Okay, Judge chapter 6:15. He said unto him, O my Lord Yahweh, wherewith shall I save Israel? Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house. See? And that's the point right there. I am the least in my father's house, meaning that we sit in a low place. Now let's go get that. Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 6. All right, and it says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Okay, who's the rich? It ain't talking about those ish people, okay? Because they the ones that own Hollywood, they own the music industry. Anything you can think of, they own, okay? So it ain't talking about those ish people. So when it said the rich sit in low places, the Greek word for that, the Salakia, the Hebrew word for rich will be Ashiyah, which is basically rich, wealthy, okay, rich and wealthy, but and it says song definition, it says rich, whether literal or figuratively, noble, okay, so literal, yes, that the true people are not literally rich. So the only other option is the figurative noble. Okay, the noble men who have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding sit in a low place. Okay, so when he's saying the rich sit in a low place, it's talking about noble men. Okay, the ones who have the wise counsel, the ones who have the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, so when it said Ecclesiastes 10 and 6 again, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Okay, Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Okay, which goes back to Deuteronomy chapter 25 and 25, somewhere around there, where it says Esau, the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau. Okay, but when going back, when Rebecca went to a priest to inquire about why Esau and Jacob was fighting in her womb, and he said, two manner of people are in thy bowel, and and he said the elders shall serve the younger. Okay, so when you read Ecclesiastes 10 and 7, that's what it's talking about. These devils right here that you're seeing on the screen, they supposed to be serving us, but because we disobeyed the laws and statutes and commandment of Yahweh Ba'atim Yahushua, this is what we have. Okay, Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. All right, now the precept on that is 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and 57. All right, bear with me for a minute to let my phone load up. Okay, 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse. So I can actually go ahead and read up again. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read up. The point is in actually 57, but I'm gonna go ahead and read up to 2nd Esdras 55, 6 and 65. 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 55. He said, all these I have spoken before thee, O Lord Yahweh Ba'atim Yahushua, because thou hast made the world for our sake. Okay, so this is the world for the Hebrew Israelite. This is our world. We supposed to be running this world. As a matter of fact, when you read up one more verse, okay, 2nd Esdras 6 and 54, and he said, after these Adam also, whom thou made Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. Okay, the people whom also thou hast chosen, who is the Hebrew Israelite. Okay, and he said, all these have I spoken before these, O Lord Yahweh Ba'atim Yahushua, because thou hast made it the world for our sake. Verse 56, as for the other people which also cometh of Adam, thou hast said they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop of that falleth from a vessel. All right, and that's talking about the other nation, which is these damn devils right here who are above us currently. Okay, so therefore we are under the curses, and yes, we are in captivity. We still in captivity. We are not in our land. Okay, you can read Micah 2 and 10, which says, rise ye and depart, because this is not our rest. Okay, we're always being persecuted. Okay, we're always being slandered. Okay, 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and 57. And it says, and now, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'atim Yahushua, behold these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Okay, so every chance they get, all right, just like this devil did in this very video, he basically put two and two together and still slandered us by saying that this have nothing to do with the curse. Okay, that's the damn devil. All right, but they seeking to devour us. 2nd Esdras 6 and 57 again from the top. And now, O Lord Yahweh Ba'atim Yahushua, behold these heathen, which have been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords, okay, plural, over us and to devour us. Verse 58, but we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, thy fervent lover, are given into their hand. See? And that's the point right there. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. All right? So, and going back, and that's what it's talking about when you go back and read Ecclesiastes 10 and 7, okay? I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth, okay? And it goes back until the elders shall serve the youngest, all right? Esau Edom was the firstborn, which is none other than the so-called white man, all right? And they supposed to be serving us, all right? So, this is just a quick lesson. I just wanted to pretty much debunk that. As a matter of fact, when you read some of the comments, right, it was kind of funny, right? Yeah, even Yasharala know this devil coming down. You know, he having great wrath. You know, he got it but a short time, right? So he know, and right here, hope, grace, and mercy. He said he knows it's true. His job is to continue to speak about how it's not true, shaking in his boots, right? Yeah, he's shaking in his boot. All right, the devil come down on you having great wrath. Okay, Judah 12, 144, he said, this guy explained all that, even put two and two together himself, just to still deny the fact that we are the Israelite. Vocab is the devil, and that's exactly what he is. Okay? And like, and you even, and this guy right here is like Hebrew Israelism, you know, with a question mark. Really? Hebrew Israelism? Really? Okay? But man, I mean, at the end of the day, these devils still, they still going into captivity, and they still gonna be, our slave when our kingdom come. All right. So let's end this off with Revelation 12 and 12. And it says, therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. Okay, so any Hebrew Israelite still falling after this devil, that is your fast track to their grave. Okay, Matthew 15 and 14. All right, so Lord willing, I hope this lesson was edifying. And with that, I'm going to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Kakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching me the truth 100% securely. Shalom, DTA, Abba Kwam Yasharala.